All right, ready for our first case. Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Arthur Payne, 347788.
All right, Arthur, you heard the introduction to our parole interview. Ask him questions, you can respond. At the end, you can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Arthur Payne, DOC number 347788. You're a third-class offender. Parole eligibility date 12/9/2021. Good time 10/30/2037. Full term 10/25/2038. It's a 22-year sentence. Possession with intent to distribute cocaine in the drug-free zone. Habitual offender. Possession with intent to distribute cocaine in drug-free zone. Count 2. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
And who do you have? Who would you introduce himself behind? You have some guests there back there.
Davis, a friend. Darren, friend.
Okay, two friends.
Yes, sir.
That's last name Davis and last name what?
Franklin.
Franklin.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we have Mr. Randy Meyer here to speak at the appropriate time. All right, would you answer Mr. Freeman's questions, please?
Okay, Mr. Payne, how old are you?
52.
How long have you been on this charge?
7 years.
Okay, and what's your educational level?
13 years.
Okay. Tell me what's going on. Why were you dealing drugs so much?
Made a bad decision.
Sir?
I was making bad decisions.
Bad decisions, but I mean, what were you doing? I mean, it looks like you made these same bad decisions before. So what were you doing with the proceeds? What was going on in your life?
Well, I was smoking marijuana, but at the same time, I was trying to support, my family.
Okay. You ever received any treatment for
Yes,
drugs?
sir. Yes, sir.
What you received?
I went to the Concordia treatment program, and I've been attending the AA.
Okay, so you said you've been to Concordia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what did you get out of Concordia? What did you learn about yourself?
It's a life-going disease.
Okay, so you consider yourself a drug addict?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have one period of supervision, it was revoked. You have 4 children. Do you have any contact with your children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Looking at your rap sheet, you have a pretty good bit of charges for drugs. How old were you when you started selling drugs?
18.
18?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how old were you when you started using drugs?
17.
Okay. What all classes have you taken since you've been in there? Don't list them all. Which ones you taken that you got the most out of? Did you take a ton?
All of them. I picked up credentials in all of them. I learned something from every class I went to.
So which was your favorite? Which one you learned the most out of?
I wouldn't say I had a favorite, but I would say attending AA in every camp I have been to. Basically
Okay,
that.
what's your job at the prison?
Over Jim Orley.
What's your trustee status?
I don't have a trustee status.
Okay. You have a low risk, low need. What could be your residence and employment plan if you were to get out?
I'm gonna work at Group Trucking Company and Florida Officiating Service.
Okay, who you gonna live with?
I'm gonna live with my child's mother.
Your child's mother. Okay. How long have y'all been together?
Of 13, 14 years.
Okay, how many children you have with her?
One,
One. Okay, so the other three were for others.
yes, sir.
What's the ages of your children?
37, 32, 19, and 26, something like that.
Okay, so all your children are grown then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's gonna be your sobriety plan?
I'm gonna attend meetings. You know, I know in order to stay free, I'm gonna have to do that.
Kind of assurance you can give me that you're gonna stay away from drugs?
Well, I'm gonna stay away from drugs because I'm gonna change my supporting cast and I'm gonna be working 80% of the time and I'm gonna be with my family the rest of the time because I can't afford to come back to jail. I have matured and the tools I've learned going to classes, I'm gonna apply them to my lifestyle. So I don't come back.
Okay. Looking at your write-ups, looks like you've had what, 4 write-ups?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have one for contraband on the 21. What was the contraband?
A cell phone,
Cell phone, okay. 21B, what was that about?
a picture on a naked butt.
A what? A picture of a naked butt? Okay. And you had another contraband in 2020. What was that?
That was some cans that was found in my locker with synthetic marijuana in it.
How did it get in your locker?
Well, at the time I worked in the laundry and I was accepting cans or whatever for washing clothes. So I took full responsibility of the charge.
Warren, you have any comments?
Yes, sir, Mr. Freeman, like you pointed out, he has done some classes, you know, he's been working towards, doing the right thing. He hasn't had any write-ups since the last contraband, so he's on the right track.
I have no further questions.
All right, but would either one of you guys want to make a statement behind him at all or not? Are y'all good? Just there for support?
Yeah, I mean, I'm Floyd Davis, and I own the two in Florida. He said he was gonna do from trucking and Floydville Fishing Service. I've been knowing Mr. Payne for a while, and you know, I'm also in law enforcement, right? And he was about to start working for me in one of my businesses when he was arrested, right? And I know he like to help people, right? He not telling the story. He help people. If he see a lady with 3 kids, no dad in the house, he gonna help that lady, right? And I used to tell him, you know, you can't save the world, you know. But he was in the process of coming working for me, and I know him, and I'm still willing to give him an opportunity to work for me. I know me and him talked a lot since he has been incarcerated, and I know he don't want to come back. He don't have no more chance, right? This is a chance. If you guys let him out, I know this will be his last chance, and he knows that, right? And I'm willing to do everything in my power to keep Mr. Payne on the street. And like I said, the job that he was gonna get with me before he was incarcerated is still on the table, right? If he say he's going still with his family, that's cool. But I had rented property and I had prepared a rental house for Mr. Payne to return to society, right?
All right.
I'm here to tell y'all, he made mistakes, but his character is not his rap sheet, right?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your comment. Appreciate your comment. All right, we're here for Mr. Randy Meyer.
Good morning, Randy Meyer, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish, and we're opposed to Mr. Payne's request. His first drug offense was 1989, and he's still committing drug offenses. In 2020, he had a disciplinary report for synthetic marijuana. So, he's still being involved with the drugs. I think more substance abuse treatment is really required for him. Only programs he's taken, according to the record I'm looking at, he hadn't had any program since 2019. 2020, he had behavioral management program. In 23, he had a partners in parenting. The 4 disciplinary reports he's had in 2020 and 2021 shows that he is still making bad decisions. One was aggravated sex offense. One was the synthetic marijuana contraband. And I'm not sure about the other one. One that he appealed and he won. In January 23, he got another disciplinary report that he appealed, and his appeal was granted. But it's concerning because it says in the report, you state the contents of the report does substantiate the item you threw in the trash is the same item that was picked out of the trash. So he had some kind of contraband that he threw into the trash, and we don't know what that contraband is. Was that a synthetic marijuana again? I don't know. Was it a cell phone? We don't. The report doesn't say what it is. So for those reasons, we are opposed to his request.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Payne, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir. Well,
Go ahead.
I'm remorseful and responsible, and also take accountability for my actions. But at the same time, not the person that I used to be. And if given an opportunity to go into society, I'm willing to take the tools that I learned in jail and apply them to my life when I'm free.
All right, thank you. Now, prepare to vote. Mr. Freeman.
Okay, Mr. Payne, you're doing a lot of the right things. Matter of fact, you've taken a ton of classes. You've had 550 days of good time. Problem is you write-ups, especially the one for contraband. That's alarming. That was after you went to Steve Hall, correct?
Concordium, sir. Concordium treatment.
With Steve.
Have you ever gone to Steve Hall?
No, sir.
And you've done 7 years on a 22-year sentence. I think you're right at the edge, but today my vote is to deny and have a longer period of no write-up.
All right, Mr. Marabella.
I vote, I understand Mr. Freeman, and I agree with everything he says, but my vote would be to grant conditionally upon your enrolling in and completing the Steve Hall program. Upon completion, that you do 3 AA meetings a week, that you have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and you be randomly drug tested.
All right, I vote to grant your parole as well to the Steve Hall Intensive Substance Abuse Program. So that's a long-term substance abuse program. Yeah, this is just your last opportunity. You're right. Buddy behind you said this is it. You don't make it this time, you're going to be back for a long time. So my vote is to grant you the Steve Hall Intensive Substance Abuse Program, and after successful completion, you'll have NAA 3 times a week, random drug screening, and you have a curfew from 9 p to 6 a. You have 1 vote to deny and 2 to grant. Today, your parole's been granted. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we'll adjourn at 9:36. Thank you, Warden.
Thank you.